Alright guys, I'm going to keep this video as simple as possible for you, but I'm basically going to be teaching you how to set up follow-up calls for the AI assistants that you're going to be making essentially using Synthflow. Now, what will these follow-up calls do and why is it beneficial? So obviously with these follow-up calls, you're going to be able to follow up with anyone that books in a meeting with you using cal.com. So 24 hours before the meeting, they just receive a call, the AI goes and confirms the meeting with the person, and obviously it's all set and done. If they need to reschedule, the AI will be able to do that. If they need to cancel, the AI will be able to do that as well by notifying you. So with that being said, let's go ahead and show you an example real quick and we'll get straight onto it. I'm having the AI call me right now. As you can see, the call is going through. Let's go ahead and have a conversation with it.
Hey, I'm calling from Visionaire. Am I speaking with Kevin Campos?
Yeah, this is Kevin Campos. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. How about yourself?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. What's this call for?
Glad to hear you're doing well. I'm just calling to confirm if you're still available for our interview tomorrow. We're excited to discuss the possibility of you joining us as a sales representative. Are you still good for that?
Yeah, no, I'm good for that. I'm excited for it.
That's fantastic to hear, Kevin. We're looking forward to chatting with you too. Just to confirm, we have the interview scheduled for tomorrow at 10 p.m. UTC. Does that still work for you?
Yeah, that works perfectly.
Awesome. We've got you locked in for 10 p.m. UTC then. If anything comes up or you have any questions before the interview, feel free to reach out. Looking forward to our conversation tomorrow, Kevin. Have a great day.
All right, you too. Bye. So as you can see, once the call goes through, this is basically what's going to happen 24 hours before the actual meeting, and I'm going to show you guys how to set it up step by step. Now, if you guys have never heard about Synthflow before, it's what's able to make this entire thing possible. So I'm going to leave a link down below with the best possible plan that you could get that includes a 14-day free trial, as you can see right here in the picture. So click on that link and then you can select whichever one of these you want to start with. I would definitely recommend the agency plan just because if you have clients, you're going to be able to white label the entire thing and obviously have sub accounts for each and every one of them. That's what I currently use. So once you do that and you get started, you're going to see this. Now, inside of Synthflow itself, you're going to see it's already white labeled with my company called Visionaire. However, the first thing that you're going to want to do is go over here to the Assistants tab, and then you're going to go and create. Right, you click on Assistant, and then from here on out, you're going to go and set it up exactly as you see in the screen. So you're going to go and select on outbound, right? And once you select outbound, gonna look a little bit like this, and I have already made one of these. I'm just gonna show you guys as an example what it's gonna look like once it's done. So as you can see right here, this is literally all of the settings that you're going to need in order to be able to have the AI talk is exactly as I had it on the example that I gave you. And here you can name the AI whatever you want. I just named it this so I know exactly where it's from and what it does. And in order to select this voice, this is what you need to do. You need to go over here to language. You're gonna go over here to French. Trust me on this one. And then you're going to click Lucian. Obviously, you could select whichever voice you want to select, but this is personally my favorite at the moment. And then you're going to go ahead and click on US English General and then click out of it. Now you're going to have the Lucian voice and you'll also have the English. You're going to go and click on this Advanced Settings tab and then copy the same exact settings that I currently have, which would be relatively easy. And then you're just going to select GPT-4 Turbo, which is my current favorite. However, there are a lot of options that makes your voice sound a little bit different, and obviously, you know, the responses will be a little bit different as well. You can select whatever custom greeting that you want. This is the first thing that AI is going to say, so you could go and do that as well. And make sure to add a variable in the name. This is the name, and the variable that you're going to be adding, right, depends on the ones that you're going to be giving it within the Zapier automation. I'll be showing you in just a second. So after you do that, you're going to go over here to prompt. And then I'm going to have this prompt for you down in the description below so you guys have access to this. You're going to go and copy and paste it, and you're going to change it up to whatever your company has, right? For example, mine says Visionaire. If you want to change yours to your company name, you could obviously do that. However, everything else should be entirely fine. So I'll have that for you guys there. Now, that should be relatively it. In terms of deployment, the first thing you're going to want to do is select your phone number. In order to select your phone number, you could either buy one through Synthflow, right, which is relatively easy. You'll be able to do that over here on the right side. Or you could either connect your Twilio account with integrations. That's very easy to do. You would just go over here to integrations, and then there will be an option for Twilio for you to put in your SID and your authentication token. Once that happens, right, and you have your phone numbers and all is good, you're going to want to test it. Obviously, you want to make sure that everything is good. If everything works as is, you're good to move on to step number 2, right? Step number 2 is going to be the Zapier automation. Now, within this Zapier automation, it might look a little bit difficult. However, it's literally just 5 steps that we're taking in here, and they're relatively easy to do. The first step that you're going to be the trigger, right, is what we call it, is obviously the cal.com booking. Now, how do we get this integrated and how will it work? Now, in order to get this set up, obviously you're going to need a cal.com account. So I'll leave a link down in the description below so you guys can get your own cal.com account, which is relatively easy. Once that is done and you get inside of your account, you're going to go over here to event types, and then you're going to select new. You're going to go ahead and title this whatever you want. Let's say it's just meeting. Quick meeting, duration, doesn't really matter too much. As you can see, it goes and it makes the event type for us, right? So there's some things that you're going to want to include into here, but however, the first most important one would be to go over to advanced, and then in the advanced setting, you're going to want to add a question. In here, you want to go ahead and select phone number. In the identifier, you can just go ahead and put phone number, and then a placeholder, and then make it required, of course. And you're just going to bump this up over here to phone number, as you can see. Once that is done, you should be good and you should be set up, right, to set up the availabilities however you want to do this. Limits, if you're going to want to add some workflows, you also could do that. This is relatively easy to do, and activate them as you will. However, we're going to go ahead and test this. Now, this is good to go. How do we connect this onto Zapier? So you're going to want to hop back onto Zapier, and in the first section right here, you're going to look for cal.com as in a trigger, and booking created would be your event. You're going to go to account, you're going to connect your account, and then from here, obviously, you will find records of everyone that books in a meeting from all of the meetings that you have for cal.com. This means that you don't need to connect every single meeting individually. This just means that all of the meetings that get booked into your cal.com will receive a follow-up from this AI caller that we're setting up right now. So if that makes sense, we can go ahead and move on with this one right here. This is one that I actually just booked right now, just as an example. And then we're going to go ahead and select this record, right? Now, you want to go and select a different action called date time in formatter by Zapier. So the action for this one would be formatter by Zapier, and then you're going to select date and time. For the action, you're going to want to add/subtract time, and then make sure that your input is going to be the cal.com one. Now, you're going to find that right here in start time. Super simple. You're going to subtract 24 hours. So it's 24 hours subtracted from this time right here. And then you want to select the format to be this one. So you select it. All is good. You can continue. And then you're going to test the step. It's going to show up like this. And it's basically a day before, right, the meeting happens. Now, you're going to want to select for the third step, delay by Zapier, and you're going to select delay until. The action is just going to be the output that comes in from the second step. So you're going to select this right here. And then once that is done, you can continue if it's up to 1 day, right, which is the default. That's fine. Continue. And then you're going to retest it, make sure that it all works. And right here is when it makes the call. Now, you're going to select and connect your Synthflow account. In order to do that, all you're going to do is obviously right here, you select change. It should connect with your account. However, we're going to go and do it again for you to see. So you connect your account. It's going to ask for an API key, as you can see right here. In order to get that API key, the first thing you're going to want to do is go to integrations. and REST API. You're going to want to copy this API key, and then you're going to want to submit it onto here. I'm not going to do it because obviously I already have an account set up, but that's how you connect it. Now, the action is going to ask you for your model ID. So then you're going to go to the assistant that we just created, right? And you're going to go and copy the model ID. So you're going to press on open. This is the model ID right here. You're going to copy it. You're going to paste it onto here. Now, this is where it gets a little bit tricky, but not really. You're just connecting the dots. So for phone number, obviously you connect the cow.com phone number. The name, you're going to connect the cow.com name. Same thing right here. This is important. You need to format this as is. You want to do name, semicolon, and then a space. Same thing for the email, same thing for the start time, same thing for the event description. All of these are already going to be included into your prompt that I gave you below. So that way you could see them on the right side right here. Once you do all of that and all of that is connected with each other, you're going to want to add the lead email, and then you're going to add the lead time zone. Then you're good to select and continue. Now we can go ahead and retest this. You're not going to test it. I'm not going to test it right now. Obviously, you guys saw it in the beginning of the call. So you guys have that good. Now you're going to want to continue. And this is the last one, right? So for the 5th step, you're going to want to select Synthflow again as an action. You're going to want to do voice-get phone call. Now this basically receives the phone call and gathers all the information made from that call. Now how do we do that? You're going to go to your account, you're going to connect it again, and then you're going to want to go and select call ID, right? And within your call ID, how do you find this? You're going to want to go to the 4th step, and then it's right here. You're just going to select that. Should this step be considered as a success when nothing is found? I would recommend you do yes. However, you could do no as well. That should be completely fine. Select continue. And as you can see, this is all the information gathered from that past call. So the call transcript, the call actions, all of that. Now, I'll give you free will on this one because some of you guys may want to put this into a Google Sheet. Some of you guys may want to put this into a Notion. However, I just want you to realize that there's many possibilities with Notion as well. I feel like it's one of the best integrations within Synthflow as well. So this, right, whenever you have a lead, you're able to follow up with the lead, and then you can select if they either confirmed the appointment, they rescheduled the appointment, and then they canceled the appointment. And it's very easy to do that, obviously, with using Zapier. However, if you guys want like a more intricate video on that, I could also make one, but this is what I mean. Like, I'm just going to give you free will from here on out. You have the information from the call, you made the follow-up, and now you could go ahead and select if you want to do this with a Notion or Google Sheets. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. That's pretty much it when it comes to setting up a follow-up caller that is an AI, which is ridiculous. I'm sure you guys could see the potential with this, and hopefully you use this for your business in the future or for potential clients. I will catch you guys in the next one.